Nice. This is why they say, you know, your jig is always going to give you a bigger bite. That's probably maybe a 2.5 to 3 pounder at least, spotted bass. That's a beautiful fish right there. And he, what he did was he hit the jig a couple of times, and then I kind of tried to swim it away from him, make him think it was getting away from him. And man, he just he pounded it. That was a good fish. Here's another one that feels good on that jig. Not as big as the other one, but he's still a good, healthy bass. Got on a jig bite. That's a nice fish. I was over here this morning. Started off here this morning. Didn't even so much as get a bite. Throwing that jig. Man, I love a jig bite. Look at the belly on this fish. You know, these are kind of fish that the tournament guys want. The last one, this one, these will do very well in tournaments out here. Man, I love you. I'll go over this jig with you here in a little bit. Just a little jig I set up, working out real good. Well, everybody, it's Dalton. I want to give you a little fishing report out here. It's been tough. You know, I'm getting bites and I'm finding fish. It's not a problem finding fish. This time of year where I think the lake is turning over right now, it even kind of looks a little bit different. Water temps out here, when I got on the water this morning, was 69 degrees. And in one creek, it was 68 degrees. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the water temperatures under 70, starting to get into those mid 60s, mid to low 60s. I just think that's going to help a lot. So from what I can tell, I think that the fall turnover is taking place right now, and it may not be long for that to be complete. And I always look forward when that's done because it makes the fishing a little bit harder. These fish are really spread out, and when I do find them, like this area here, I came by this morning and they were just stacked. My fish finder looked like spaghetti or lasagna. It was just crazy. I came back here, I don't know, I think it's about 1 o'clock right now, and they're not as stacked up, and I've been getting some really good bites over here. Got a couple of nice spotted bass just a few minutes ago, and up to this point, that's the first place where I've caught more than one fish in one area. I would catch a fish in an area, I'd thoroughly fish it, and then I couldn't get any more bites, so I'd have to move. I threw a lot of stuff at them. I threw some crankbaits, swim baits, drop shots, wacky rigs. None of those got me bit. There's two things today that got me bit. Right here was the best one. This is a 1/4 ounce ball head jig. It's one that I put together. It's a peanut butter and jelly color with a little bit of blue. And then on the for the trailer, I have a Strike King Rage Bug Mini or Junior. It's the smaller one. It's only 3-inch. I trimmed it up and put it on here, and it worked really good. When I'm using a 1/4 ounce, I typically like to use 12-pound test. So this is 12-pound test Seagar Invis, a 6'8" Okuma rod, and a 6/8-to-1 Lew's reel. And this worked out really good. Just dragging it. Nothing funny, nothing tricky, just dragging it the whole time. The other thing that worked. In fact, I got on a little crappie bite with this morning. Well, I managed to pick up a little crappie over here. on a Ned rig. So this is a Z-Man. It's called a Bug Z. It's a little Ned rig bait. Let me reset my spot lock. Stand by. So it's called a Bug Z. And there's a lot of little bugs out here right now. And some of them are just kind of twirling around on the water, and a fish will come up and grab them. So I picked up some of these. This one here is called, I believe, sprayed grass is the color. I got it on 4-pound test, Seagar and Visick, and my little flimsy, medium action crappie rod. And all I would do with this, and I fish it anywhere from, and I caught most of my fish today 10 to 20 feet. And that's where I would fish this. I've got a little 1/10 ounce Z-Man shroom head on there. And all I would do, and I'm waiting for it to hit the bottom because I'm out here a little bit deeper. It's about 14 feet. All I do is just slowly shake my rod tip like this and just scoot this thing along. And like I say, the crappie seem to like it today. The other way I would do it is I go ahead and start reeling, and I would just shake my rod tip, and it makes that bait kind of go like this. And that worked pretty good, especially for the crappie. There was some crappie stacked up by a tree that was sticking out of the water in about 12 foot of water, and there was some crappie around there. So those are the two baits that I used today to catch the fish that I caught. I did get, I got a few bites, quite a few, and I got some good bites today. That last, or that first spot I caught in this corner, he might have gone 3 pounds. That was a nice fish. Well, I appreciate you all. Just wanted to give you an update out here. I think the lake's turning over right now. I think once that happens, fishing will get a little bit better. But I'll tell you right now, I think a jig's going to be the key, because coming out here in the winter, I'm going to throw a jig all winter long. It's not going to be the only bait, but it's going to be the main bait. Well, I appreciate you again. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you on the next video.